Hi everyone, my name is Tina. I am from Life on Purpose with Tina Haynes, and I have been tagged by Christy with Christy's Plans in the Planner Babe Tag Challenge. So this challenge actually originated from Southern Tea Time and Krystal Klear Ideas. And in the description box below, I will post a link to their YouTube channels as well as Christy's channel. And if you haven't already heard of them or checked them out, please do so. So basically how this works is there is a list of questions, and it's kind of, from what I gather, a way to kind of get to know each other in the planner community. And so without further ado, let us get started. So the first question is, what bag do you carry your planner in? And honestly, I don't, as far as my classic planner, I don't carry it anywhere. I work from home, and so my classic planner really never leaves the house. I do have a mini happy planner, and I actually just have a purse right here, a purse that I picked up from TJ Maxx, but you can see my mini, she fits in there beautifully. And I have the Little Mermaid mini planner, which I plan in from time to time. I do a plan with me, and she just sits right in the side there, so she's perfect. And so I take her with me when I run errands or go grocery shopping, things like that. Other than that, my planners never leave the house, unless I occasionally will take one and go sit out by the pond or go sit out by the pool to do some planning, which is very rare too. So for the most part, I don't have a bag because I don't really need one. Okay, moving along. Second question, how many planners do you actually use at once? Up until this point, I've really only ever used one planner at a time. From the time I bought my first Happy Planner, I just bought extension packs and added to it. This year, or this fall, this past fall with the new releases for the 2019 lineup, I went crazy, and I have, I think, 5 planners now, which I'm afraid might wind up being a little bit much, but it's only like the 3rd week of January. So far I'm juggling them, but right now I have 5, but I can't promise that I'll maintain 5 throughout the whole year. It's a lot. What is your planning routine? Music, the time of day, the day of the week, environment. Usually I do my planning in the mornings early. I like to do things, I'm most productive in the morning before Henry gets up or when he leaves to go to work, when it's just me in the house. And that's usually when I try to do my house chores, my planning, schoolwork, anything that I have to do. I do best early in the morning when I'm home by myself. As far as music, I don't usually always have music going, but I like music, so I usually have music going when I clean house. So I usually just do my planning sitting at the kitchen table. For the most part, I do have an office because I work from home, and I have a little desk set up. Well, it was set up before we moved when we were in North Georgia, that I use for my planner, and I have the good intentions of using it here now, but right now it's pretty cluttered. This apartment is a lot smaller than our house was in Cartersville, so I haven't been able to set the desk up in there the way I want it to, so I usually just do my planning early morning when it's still dark outside here at the kitchen table. What snacks do you eat during planning? Actually, nothing. I have this huge fear of getting stuff on the planner, and that's really not an irrational fear because I am a horribly messy eater. Worse than most toddlers I know. I can sit down, if I take my dinner plate to the couch to eat eat while we have watch TV with Henry at night, you can guarantee I'm going to spill something on the couch. I always spill stuff on my clothes. It's crazy. I don't know why I'm like that, but I'm a horribly messy eater. So I refuse to eat anywhere around my school textbooks or my planners. Anything that I don't want ruined, I refuse to eat around it. When did you start planning? I've really always been a planner. I can remember years back, every year I would go to Staples and buy the Franklin Covey huge stack of the planner refills with the black. Was never leather, I guess pleather, whatever you call it. Those old black binders. Not really a day runner, but something similar to that. But I would buy the Franklin Covey inserts, and I've used those for years and years. So when did you get introduced to the planner community? Actually, in summer of 2017. In June of 2017, Henry and I were in Hobby Lobby and looking around, and we went down an aisle, and I was like, oh, they have planners here. So we were looking, and they were so pretty. It was June, so it was way too late in the year to buy a brand new planner, and it was way too early in the year for the 2018 planners to come out. So I found in the Happy Planner section a boxed, undated kit. This right here was my very first one. That's glary. But this was my very first Happy Planner, and it was an undated boxed kit. And I thought that it was the greatest thing ever. It was like the skies opened up and all of the angels went, ah. But anyway, this was the greatest thing ever. Now, it came with some stickers, and to that point, I had never once ever thought of putting stickers in a planner. Now, I said I started out with the Franklin Covey, and I did, but when I went to work, I'm going to say about 6-7 years ago at the hospital. I've been with them about 10 years, but I started out in the ER. But once I moved actually onto the corporate side, every year there was usually some home health agency or a hospice agency or some of the nursing home liaisons would always every year at the end of the year bring us calendars or little planners. And so I had stopped buying the Franklin Covey several years ago because I just used the free planners that I was getting at work. So when I found this and stickers, I couldn't even believe it. I've never heard of such. So I guess I really just got into the planner community in 2017 because when I bought the planner, I still didn't know anything about the Happy Planner community and groups and such a cult following that the Happy Planner has. It was actually, a couple of months past that as I kind of come across the Happy Planner. Life before planning, productive or not. I go through phases. I actually, a little caveat about me, I actually have adult ADD and a clinical diagnosis of PTSD. So planning is kind of therapeutic for me, and I've always needed structure. And that's something that my therapist used to push on me all the time, was that chaos, clutter, sense of unstructure is bad because it can put you in a state of crisis. So I've always kind of had to try to lead a structured life. So even before I got into Happy Planner, I was kind of productive, but I kind of get myself overproductive. I start online classes, and then I enroll in classes at the local community college, and then I volunteer with the Red Cross, and then next thing I know, I'm not doing any of it because I have myself too overwhelmed. So I have to remember to pace myself. What is your layout preference? Well, my first happy planner obviously was the vertical, and I loved it. And then since I started that planner in July of 2017, again, it ended June of 2018, which is in that weird period where you can't really buy a dated planner and it's too soon to get a new planner. So I just started buying the planner insert packs. And the last planner insert packs that I used at the end of 2018 were the timed, and I didn't think I would like them at first, but I wound up really they grew on me. I kind of started really getting into them. And then I bought a planner with this crazy idea to try to do something else with it, but it was a horizontal planner, and I really liked it more than I realized. But the planner that I bought for 2019 was a vertical planner, and I find myself more trying to go back to the horizontal planner. So I'm not really sure that I've decided which that I like most. I like them all, but they all serve different purposes. Okay. Do you prefer sticker kits or make my own spread? Okay, this is easy. Make my own. And I like sticker kits, and I went crazy right after we moved here in October of 2018, because I was so excited to get to use my new planners that I bought for 2019, my first dated happy planners. And I went crazy on Etsy and bought probably 10 sticker kits. Number one, they were extremely expensive, and when the kits came in the mail, they were cute, and I've used them, but I was like, these are really small kits for like what a whole book of happy planner stickers cost. But I understand, the creator of the sticker shop, she has a business to run. But I have this weird sense, and I've said this before, I feel obligated to have to use every sticker in the sticker kit, and then my pages are completely full. And then I have this weird, it's overwhelming to me. I'm going to show you an example. I don't mean to get off, but it's kind of hard to describe it. But this is a sticker kit from Etsy shop. Now, it's cute, it's pretty, I love the colors, but to me, that's a lot going on the page. So I definitely prefer making my own layout. Let's see, do you prefer spiral, disc, or journal style planners? I like the disc, the happy planner. I love that you can take pages out, you can add pages, so the whole Franken planning, and I know everybody's into the transformer planner and stuff like that, but I love just how customizable the happy planner is, so I'm gonna go with disc on that one. Favorite planner supply. My favorite planner supply is, I love the little inserts. You can get the daily to-do lists, and there's just so many of the little inserts that you can use. This is the weekly menu plans, and I love these. But honestly, I think at the end of the day, it's the stickers. The stickers are everything. I love the stickers. So those are my favorite supply. It's gonna be the stickers. Favorite area to plan: meal plan, faith, cleaning, budget. Cleaning. I hate doing budget. Number one, I feel like, since I moved to Florida, my budget is way too tight. I hate having to pay bills because I feel like I spend way too much money paying bills. I don't know. I don't like that. But I have to stay on top of it. I don't really faith plan, and meal plan, I try to stay on top of that. I don't meal plan every week the way I should, and I want to, and I have the good intentions. So definitely cleaning. I've been cleaning on the same schedule, like a little routine that I use. I've been doing it for years. So it's like I can write it in my planner. I don't even have to think about it. So I guess that one would be it. Any funny planner stories? I guess the only planner story that I have that would be considered funny is at the end of last year when the new releases came out, I absolutely fell in love with the Coastal Planner. And I felt like we were moving from Northwest Georgia to Southwest Florida at the time. And so I thought, I'm going to be moving to the Gulf of Mexico and I'm going to be living on the beach. So I need the Coastal Planner. It was everything. But where I lived in Cartersville, there was no Joann's anywhere around me. The closest one to me was like an hour away. And I just could never justify driving an hour to go to Joann's. Plus, I absolutely hated driving in Atlanta, and to me, Cobb County is Atlanta, so I just never wanted to do it. I did that for years, driving to Atlanta to work, and I did not want to do it anymore. So before we moved down here, I did a little research just to see what kind of craft stores would be available in the town that we were moving in down here in South Florida, and found out that there was a Michael's, a Hobby Lobby, and a Joann's, and there's an AC Moore. I've never even heard of them. So that's 4 craft shops in the town that I live in. And I was like, oh mama. But so I thought, great. So when I get moved in, so then I will go look for my Coastal Planner. So the week before we actually moved down here, because we came down the first week of October, but the week prior to that, we brought Henry's truck down because he was going to be driving the moving truck down when we actually moved. So we brought his truck down here to park it and leave it for the week. So while we were down here, he said, well, would you like to go ahead and find the Joann's and see if we can find the planner you're looking for, and just go ahead and get it for you? He's such a sweetheart. I love him. But so yeah, we did. We found it, and I said, well, of course I need to know where it's at anyway, so I can come back when we get moved in. So we went, and when we went into the Joann's, there was like this little area, kind of like what Michael's has set up, like out of the aisle, and they had Happy Planner stuff there. So I looked, no Coastal Planner. And then I found this aisle close to it that had planner stuff. Go down there, no Coastal Planner. And I said, well, maybe they just don't have it in yet. I mean, it was still the last week of September, or, you know, right before the last week of September, a week before the 1st of October. And I thought, well, it's just kind of like right at that transition, because I think all the new releases were supposed to be out around end of September to mid-October. So I said, we'll just come back after we get settled in, you know, and then I'll come back and look for it. And Henry said, you know, it has to be here somewhere. So he goes taking off through the store. I don't know, and I'm just standing there looking to see what all they do have. And I don't know, five or so minutes later, he comes back around and he said, I'm sorry that we can't find the planner that you're looking for. He said, but I found one, and this one's really pretty, and I think you should get it. So I said, okay, and he hands me this. I could believe it. He found the Coastal Planner. This right here, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is the one that I'm looking for. And so he said, well, let's find some pretty things to go with it. So he found these blue, like a blue teal metal disc, and he said, oh, these are so pretty. He said, let's get those. Those would look really good with it. And then he found like a pack of filler paper that was blue, and it was like kind of a things to do kind of thing. So he said, oh, you should get some pretty paper to go in it. It was so cute. But afterward, I got my planner, got it all set up. I was working on my budget one day, and so he really liked the budget, you know, extension packs that I was using. So he wanted me to make him a planner for 2019 and just use the extension packs. But he wanted a really pretty cover, but something that didn't look too feminine. So he actually took my cover. This is his planner now, with all, like, it's like 2 packs of budget extension packs, and this is now his planner. And so I, on my planner, used the cover for that came in the new Be Happy box, the blue metal disc that he picked out, and the pretty blue paper that he picked out. So he helped me design this. So I guess my funny story is that I accidentally turned my husband into a happy planner by helping me look for my coastal planner. So I guess, I'm not sure how funny that is to people, but that's probably the closest thing I have to a funny story. So let's see. What's your favorite planner tool? Okay, and that's recently I picked this up. The little hole punch or square punch, whatever you want to call it. And then I buy lots of packs of the paper from Michaels, because Michaels has had some really good deals, like some of the big packs that are like $19.99. I've been getting those for like $4 and $5 with some great deals. So you can get these out, get some of the Tombow, which I don't have Tombow, I just have old-fashioned glue sticks, but I love that. So that's definitely my favorite tool. And let's see, what is your planner goal? Wow, that is, I don't know, you think all the goals that you have. My planner goal is just to keep everything organized. My life organized, because I do have a lot going on. Even though I work from home, my work assignment changes week to week, and sometimes based on the assignment, sometimes work is a little bit harder than other weeks. Sometimes I'm required to work a lot of overtime. Sometimes I volunteer to pick up a lot of weekends. I'm trying to finish school. I have a lot of hobbies that I want to pick up. And so the big thing is just using my planner to just absolutely keep my life organized. And then I think the last thing is to tan. I would like to tan too. I mean, I do live in Florida now. But tag a few planner babes. And so I am tagging Paper Crafts and Planners and Memories in Time, Kimberly Sparks. So I will have a link to both of their YouTube channels in the description box below, so be sure to check them out. Thank you, Christy, for tagging me in this, and I'm really honored to be a part of this absolutely wonderful planner community. Have an amazing, amazing day, and don't forget to live your life on purpose. Bye.